Today we bring you 10 things you didn't know. You can find some wacky picks in our list, such as how you're actually taller in the morning than you are in the evening, or how there's an actual registered fear known as Anatidaephobia, which literally refers to the fear that a duck is always watching you. Keep in mind that things get really shocking with our top 3 picks though, so stick around for those. Anyways, here's our number 10. Most mammals walk on their toes. Although we are not the only mammals out there that walk on the soles of our feet, we are still part of a very small percentage that prefer to dismiss the silent footing that comes with running with your toes, and instead prefer to run at top speed on our soles. There isn't really much more to say about the subject as it's pretty self-explanatory. For the most part, we simply put evolved to be hunters, and because we lived in the forest, we prefer the cover of bushes over tiptoeing away from our natural predators. Number 9. Mantis shrimp can boil water with a swing of their claw. Yes, you heard that right. This colorful crustacean can actually literally hit you so hard that it will literally boil the water around you as it does. The mantis shrimp has the fastest and strongest punch on Earth, to the point that being punched by one is literally like being shot with a small caliber pistol. Their punch can reach speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour, or almost 50 miles per hour, essentially being able to puncture your skin in an instant. Their swing is actually powerful enough to rival a literal .22 caliber bullet, so we definitely wouldn't want to be in a Mexican standoff with the likes of this gunless gunslinger. Number 8. The chances of you dying on your birthday are 14% higher. This little fun fact is due to just how many people tend to be extremely negligent when it comes to celebrating their birthdays. Many people either get completely drunk for their birthday, which results in them getting in precarious situations, but there are some cases in which some people would actually end up doing things like skydiving or bungee jumping for their birthday too, which can increase the chance of having one-on-one session with the Grim Reaper sooner than planned. Number 7. There are more iterations of chess matches than there are atoms. Chess is an incredibly complex game. In fact, we don't think we exaggerate when we're saying it might very well be the most complex game of all time. If you need any proof to believe this statement, look no further than at the multitude of possibilities that you're getting from every single match. At first, people believed that there were less than 400 moves that one could do when playing chess. But according to chess game masters, the actual number is somewhere between 10 to the power of 111 and 10 to the power of 123, which is literally unfathomable to even imagine in the first place. The value in itself is so large that it's even earned its own special nickname, becoming known as the Shannon number ever since it was first discovered. So if you're looking to go pro in the chess world, we suggest you get to studying, because chances are you're more likely to find a million 4-leaf clovers than you are to learn every single iteration of chess there is. Number 6. You are taller in the morning than you are in the evening. This phenomenon has been captured on camera all around the globe by most anyone out there that has ever tried to measure just how tall they are. The reason as to why they're actually taller, however, is pretty easy to explain. Essentially, it is because we are lying down on our beds, not putting any pressure on our feet as we walk around during the day. As soon as we wake up, we start our day properly, however. We essentially lose an extra centimeter that we gain with our sleep. Although not the biggest difference in the world, it is still interesting to notice that our bodies can change in a couple of hours or so. Number 5. You have less friends than your friend. This is a real head scratcher. Trust us, we know. Empirically speaking, this is impossible to say as we are literally making an educated assumption about you without knowing who your friends are and how many friends you have. But as it turns out, this is a phenomenon known as the friendship paradox, and it is an impossibility that scientists have failed to fully explain to this very day. The study was originally made in 1991, and according to Scott Feld, the leader of the study, although it cannot be explained in simple terms, it is a fact that you will never have as many friends as your friend does. Number 4. There is a fear of always being seen by a duck. Anatidaephobia is quite a strange fear. That specifically refers to always believing that there is a duck watching you from the shadows. Although these people are not specifically afraid of the duck per se, they always feel a sort of anxiety take over them as they always see a beak staring over them from a distance. Although it started off as a joke made online by a comic artist that depicted a man being afraid that a duck is always watching him as he works in his office, many people have stated that they themselves can't help but feel a panic attack incoming whenever they imagine a psychotic goose staring over them as they sleep. Number 3. The white dots on your eyes are literally your blood cells. Have you ever looked at the bright blue sky and seen a couple of curious looking white dots? You might have made the common mistake of believing they are just fragments of cloud floating around. You can actually see bundles of white cells in the naked eye, but you've got to be extremely perceptive to see this case. Number 2, your perfume can actually contain whale poo. Before you go to the bathroom to throw your perfume bottle away, remember that the bottle is made up of a whole concentration of strange substances that together make up the smell that you love spraying over yourself. The reason as to whale poo might be a part of it is because sperm whales actually produce a substance known as ambergris, which is very commonly used in high-end perfumes. Where does ambergris come from? Their bowels. Which is why there's always a chance you might be spraying yourself with whale residue. Number 1. Nails can sleep for 3 whole years. And you thought you were a deep sleeper? Just look at the snails and you'll immediately realize that you're actually a lot more active than you ever thought. Although not all snails sleep for this long, most tend to sleep for at least a whole year after they're done eating a large meal that can sustain them. They essentially go into hibernation mode from here on out. And who can blame them? We also feel like we could sleep for a whole year after eating that extra slice of pizza, don't we? Are you ever going to look at your perfume the same way ever again? Tell us what your favorite fun fact was on our list in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to click on the recommended videos on the left and right of the screen, or this mantis shrimp will punch your big toe. See ya!